Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. So in this video we'll make an interesting mini project, and that is the game of rock, paper, scissor. If you're not familiar with the rules of the game, let's first understand the rules and then without wasting any more time, start to code that out. So the rules are that rock will always beat scissors, that is rock breaks scissors, scissors will cut the paper, and paper covers the rock. So let us start with the implementation. So back in my Visual Studio Code, so I'm using Visual Studio Code for this exercise. You can use the REPL that we were using in the previous videos. So first I will import a module random, and first let us define the choices for our game. So I can say game underscore choices and set that to a list of choices. So rock, paper and scissor, and then we'll define a variable CPU choice, and the CPU choice will be random. So random, and a random has a choice method, and therein I can pass a list of choices that is available to us inside our game. So game choices, and this will spit out a random choice for the CPU. Then we will define scores. So CPU score, initially it will be set to 0.0, and your score will also be set to 0.0. Now let us define a variable waiting for input. So currently we are waiting for input, so I'll set that to true, and then we will define a while loop, and I can say as long as, which means the while. So as long as we are waiting for the input, the code block that we will define within the while loop will run. So I will define a variable your choice and use the input function, and then I will ask for the choice from the user. So enter your choice, and then if your choice matches with the CPU's choice, that is, if CPU selected rock and you also selected rock, then it's a tie. So both will be awarded 1 point each. So I will first print it is a tie, and then CPU score will get incremented by 1, so plus equal to, this we have learned already in the video on operators, and your score will also be incremented by 1 because it's a tie. Else if your choice is rock and CPU choice is paper, then we know that paper covers rock, so CPU will get a point and you will not get a point. So I will say print CPU choice beats your choice. So CPU's choice beats your choice, and I will increment the CPU score by 1. Else if your choice is paper and CPU choice is scissor, so I'll print the same statement which is on line 21, on line 24, and I will increment the CPU score by 1. Else if your choice is scissor and CPU choice is rock, I'll copy same 2 lines and paste them down below. So here also CPU will win because rock breaks the scissor. Now comes the favorable conditions for the user. Else if your choice is rock and CPU choice is scissor, I will take these 2 print statements, paste them down below, give the indentation and change this to yours choice beats CPU's, and this will be CPU choice, and then here we will increment your score because now you won. Because we were having rock, the CPU selected scissor, and therefore rock breaks the scissor, So we got a score of 1, so our score got incremented by 1. Else if your choice is paper and CPU choice is rock, again I will print these two statements and our score will get incremented by 1 because paper covers the rock and the user selected the paper. Else if your choice is scissor and CPU choice is paper, again print these two statements and increment your score by 1 because scissor cuts the paper. And finally what I will do is, within the while loop, I will print the user's current score. So your current score, so your score, CPU's current score, so this will be CPU score. Now I will define a check based on which we will break the loop. So if anyone wins, that is, if your score is 10 or CPU score is 10 or both have a score of 10, then set the waiting for input variable to false. And once waiting for input variable gets set to false, then this condition will break and will come out of the while loop, because once the user or the CPU gets a score of 10, our game is over. Okay, and then I can again use the CPU choice, so random, and a random choice for the CPU right at the last line of our loop, so game choices. And once our loop gets terminated, that is either the user wins or the CPU wins or it's a tie, then we'll come out of the while loop and we'll print the user score and the CPU score and then select the winner. So if your score is greater than CPU score, then I will print you are the winner. Else, or you can say if your score is less than the CPU score, in that case CPU will be the winner, so CPU is the winner. Else, if both have the same score, you can say print it was a close match but nobody won. So now let us run the file by saying python rock paper scissors.py, press enter, and we will first enter our choice. So I will say rock, so the user's choice is rock, and you can see it says it is a tie, so that means that the CPU also selected a rock, so your current score will be 1 and even the CPU's current score will get incremented by 1. Then let us select paper, so it says yours paper beats CPU's rock, and that is why our score got incremented by 1 but the CPU score remains fixed. Then I will select scissor, then both selected scissor, that is why it's a tie, and both are given 1 point each, as you can see here. And let us do some random selections now. So scissor, rock, scissor, rock, 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 paper, scissor, rock, and scissor, rock, rock. Okay, and finally this check runs, it compares both the scores, and finally it declares that CPU is the winner. So this was a very small exercise that demonstrates everything that we have learned thus far: booleans, numbers, conditional checks, if-else-if ladder, loops, lists. So if you liked the video, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends and colleagues, hit the bell icon for all the upcoming uploads, and I will see you guys in the very next video.